I haven't played Fortnite in a very long time, especially since I'm not a huge fan of Battle Royale games overall. But then all of a sudden Epic Games decided to, let's try out a first-person plant the bomb mode in Fortnite. And so they did, and it's called Fortnite Ballistic. It is still in early access, but has already stirred up some interest when it comes to people playing and also content creators covering the game, making videos. The cool part is that it's a first-person game mode in Fortnite, and most likely that will attract a variety of gamers and players, since many people like me don't usually log into Fortnite in order to play Battle Royale. With that said, if this turns out to become a popular and appreciated take of a first-person plant-the-bomb game mode in Fortnite, then imagine what Epic Games might add to the future as well into the game when it comes to other game modes. I'm thinking about also respawn game modes such as TDM, Domination, Capture the Flag, etc., all in first-person mode. Personally, I've been looking for something like this because it feels pretty chill and relaxed, especially when playing unranked in Ballistic. I might also get together with a friend or two and play ranked later on as well, but for now I've just had some fun getting into matches with random players, and it has most been a fun experience. And by saying that, Ballistic may also attract players that usually don't play a somewhat competitive FPS game mode or game similar to Counter-Strike or Valorant as an example. Yes, my days of spending hours and hours in a more competitive environment like I did years ago when playing CSGO is most likely over. I've been there, I've done that, and I mostly nowadays are looking for another kind of experience when playing online shooters. I don't mind a bit of a competitive edge that gets the adrenaline pumping once in a while though. So how does Ballistic play then? Is it fun and worth playing to start with? I mean, it's Fortnite, so the gunplay and movement to a certain extent should feel familiar to those of you that have at least tried out Fortnite in the past. But the fact that Ballistic is first person instead of third person mode gives the game a completely different vibe and therefore plays different, which is to expect. But Fortnite's version of a plant the bomb game mode, or should I say plant the rift, is very straightforward, fast-paced and easy to understand, also when it comes to you and your teammates buying guns, armor and gadgets between rounds. I would say it's also quite forgiving, especially when not playing ranked, since money management isn't as present here as compared to, let's say, Counter-Strike. If I lose a round, I usually are still able to get something more than just getting into an echo round playing with pistol. Well, the time to buy between rounds is also quite fast, or short if you will, so make sure to get what you need in time before the next round starts. Seems as if Epic Games wants you to get in there and also stay in the action as much as possible, and as fast or soon as possible. As said, Ballistic is in early access and there's only one map available so far, but I believe it plays pretty well, although it is with no doubt easier to attack or plant at B as an attacker compared to A, since the A side seems to favor the defenders a bit more. But again, I don't mind the map design, and it's gonna be interesting to see what other maps they'll add here in the future, because I'm pretty sure this game mode is here to stay. What do you think? Yes, Epic Games has announced Fortnite Ballistic as a game mode instead of a full release, which means that outfits and wraps, sprays and emotes unlocked in Fortnite Battle Royale will be supported. However, pickaxes, instruments, vehicles, jam tracks and contrails will not be in the mode, which makes sense of course. When I mentioned the possibility of Epic Games expanding on their first-person mode or modes in Fortnite, I also did that because I feel that there's a need for more good options when it comes to FPS games, since competition is needed also in order to put pressure on some of the major companies out there that are making the big cash cows, although the games themselves haven't seen much of development over the years. When it comes to innovative features and game modes that brings the franchise forward. I'm mainly now thinking about Call of Duty as an example. Epic Games, on the other hand, seems to at least have been smart enough to understand the value of continuous developing their game and concept, mainly referring to Fortnite now, but also letting the community in when it comes to having creative players contributing as well. Yes, community maps and game modes is a concept we've seen through the years in many games. Valve is also doing this in a very good way all through the years, which gives another incentive to players to stick with the game and also, as mentioned, be part of the creative process. Halo has their Forge when it comes to sandbox mode, so why couldn't, for example, Call of Duty do something like that as well? I mean, they do have a free-to-play mode when it comes to Warzone, so imagine if they open up the possibility to letting the community play around and be creative. As said before, we've seen through the years how this can create great things in other games, not to mention in also creating stronger bands between the developers and the actual community as well. Less them and us, which is the case very often nowadays. Sorry I went a bit out of topic here, although I believe that it's important to mention, especially since we see how it plays out in a game such as Fortnite that started out as a VR game only back in the days. But in order to wrap things up here towards the end of the video, I believe that Fortnite Ballistic can be fun to play, and not only for players that has been grinding other competitive shooters before like myself, although it might be a plus of course, but it can also serve as a shield and just a fun experience if you just want to go in and pew in unranked, since I've had good experiences solo queuing here. It's not all the games that has a good feel when you're solo queuing, but it's been a variety of experiences depending on how you get matched together with other players. But at the same time, these kind of games or game modes are usually the most fun if played together with friends, which goes of course for most online games. The first person mode plays surprisingly well, I have to say, and I'm therefore looking forward to see how they continue to develop Ballistic even further. With that said, thanks a lot for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And take care now, have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Later.